Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Cuz said he got barbecue for everybody out here in these geeky streets, man. Listen, it's your boy Rev. Got Cuz in the building, BA, and Big J, man. Listen, if you guys are into the geek culture involving movies and television, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all that type of stuff, man, listen. Hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to the folks who've been subscribing to the channel, man. We definitely appreciate it. So if you guys want to join us for these conversations, simply hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. And also, too, you guys can do us a favor, hit them likes. Hit them likes, y'all. That helps out the channel as well. And also, if you got any questions or any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up, join us here for these conversations. Join us for the conversations, y'all. Hit that comment section, and we'll address those towards the end of the show. All right, fellas, let's get to it, man. We got a good one today. A show just dropped here this week. When we all been anticipating, the first 3 episodes have dropped. We're gonna be talking about X-Men 97 season 2. I feel like 3 and 4 already, man. But we're gonna talk about it. So listen, before we do that, we need to warn the folks right now. If you have not seen these first 3 episodes, if you haven't seen X-Men 97, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to go ahead and watch that. Come back, let us know what you think. But until then. Spoilers. Yep. BJ said he's spoiling everything today, so you've been warned. Listen, we're talking X-Men 97. So what we normally do is kind of give our thoughts on the 3 episodes. Have our general discussion back and forth with the show. And then we give our Kaioken rating of a scale of 1 to 10. All right. Let's start with you, BA, man. What's your thoughts on these first 3 episodes of X-Men 97 season 2? Don't be no hater either, BA. Don't be no hater, bro.
So, one, I wasn't expecting to go first, but it's neither here nor there. I guess I gotta be the one to start it off. No. I did. But I got some negativity for this, and I didn't want to be the one to start off with the negative.
Here we go. You at Big J's job, man. What are you doing?
Look here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what threw me off.
Y'all gonna stop besmirching me in here.
It's a time slot for hate, and I'm in that time slot.
You know what? Man, I ain't saying nothing else ever.
That's funny.
Y'all be like, Jay, what you think? Great. It's great.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything's awesome. No Legos.
So it's not. It was everything that I expected from the jump, right? The split ups and all this other stuff, the characters and I guess the world building within the different timelines is exactly what I wanted. However, I just think that they kind of rushed through it a little bit. Probably by episode 4, they're all going to be back in the 1990s, and it's going to be like.
I asked y'all that. Just from the title, I was like,
and I was the one that was like, I hope not, because I was like, you got other characters that you're gonna kind of flush out and new characters and things. It's just I was good with the Egyptian episodes and stuff when they was in the Ramatat era. So I was like, hold up, let's get some more. Let's get at least 2 episodes of this. This is good work here. And it's just one, and then they're gonna be pretty much out of there. Even with the futuristic thing, it was shout out to Forge, because Forge just got to put in the middle of just like, hey, homeboy, pull your gun out and just start shooting. But it was just too condensed. So now we're getting this Nathan storyline of him being a kid. I'm like, hold up, I want to see more of that. Like that needs to be a little bit stretched out and. We got a condensed version again. I was like, okay, all right. So once we get back to the 90s, then I guess then the full storyline is going to take place, and now we can get some real story building. But I just think the first couple episodes was rushed, and I don't think they had to be. Just I think two episodes, but I guess that would expand everything. But I would like one extra episode for the timelines. And then I think everything would have been fine for me. I I love Jubilee and her power set. Anytime we get extra Jubilee, I'm happy because we got so little during the original run of X-Men.
And
that's
the
a
reason
plus.
she wasn't interesting when she was when the older X-Men. They making her interesting now.
They could have made her interesting then too. You remember, like they could have showed this more, and they did not. So I'm glad 97 is doing that. And that's to me. I think that's about it. We want to get more characters, like I said, as we go about it. But now I think that was my only caveat is that. Oh, and a personal issue. I hate when Apocalypse kept saying the 1990 and stuff like that. It felt weird, ominous power to say that. Like I need him to say the 9th decade of the 1900s. Like I need something longer than just the 1990. He just kept saying it. I was like, we got to go back to 1990.
The 90s.
You know,
hey,
it just threw me off. It just threw me off a little bit. But besides that, the first thing was my main thing. The second thing was just like an Easter egg. It was just something small.
What you got, BJ?
I mean, when Apocalypse was talking about getting at the 1.21 gigawatts and getting up to 88 miles an hour to get back to the 90s, I was like, man, that was one of the things that did throw me off because he was like, we have to get to the 1990s. I was like, how you know about the 90s? What sense is that?
You ain't saying it right, BJ. You gotta say back to the. You look at the camera, 1990s. That's how you do it the whole time. Every time you said it.
And BAC, I know you're wrong because you thinking that they have time and you act like they run the streaming service that they're putting the show on. They have constraints. They can't make episodes longer or shorter or have extra episodes because they don't control Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? Marvel and Disney Studios don't control what you see on Disney Plus, obviously. So they couldn't say, let's make this a 15 episode season. It has to be 8 because every streaming show by law has to be 8 episodes. You can't do more, can't do less. It has to be 8. It has to be less than 45 minutes long each because anything beyond that is too much entertainment. Your head might explode. It's for safety reasons. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't expound on characters or stories. You got to have people just, boom, bump into each other. All right, let's go. Everything just happened in one episode. Everything's solved. Like you said, the Egypt thing, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a major plot line. Now, sir, we got that wrapped up. We hopped on this train, Storm charged it up, let's go. It's like, right. And then the fact they try to steal Nathan. Oh, what is that going to be? Oh, they got that wrapped up in 3 minutes. Oh, okay, they tried
3 minutes. Hey,
trying to kidnap his son, immediately surrounded, backed up, boom, rescued. Right, there we go. I'm like, man, wow, okay, all right,
getting it done.
So yeah, dude, I don't know who got a gun to the back of whose head, who's rushing this story, what they trying to hurry up and get to. But take your time, slow down, enjoy yourself. Tell the story that flesh out these characters. Hey, people waited, from 98. I mean, from 97, 96 until last year. So take a minute, tell a story. And how many episodes? How many episodes of those seasons back then? So like 26?
20? Yeah, like in the 20s. Yeah.
But we act like, oh, we got 8. We got 8. And one, it takes us how does it take us a year to do 8 episodes? When they used to do 26 a year, now they're like, it's 8 episodes. Oh no, what we gonna do? It's gonna take forever. I don't know. We ain't got enough time. Like you're doing 8 35-minute episodes, and you're like, this is the hardest thing ever. Mm-hmm. I don't get it, man. But like I said, no, it's good, but like I said, I think they're speed rushing for no reason. I don't get that part.
What you got, cuz?
I agree with you.
Bring some positivity. Okay, never mind.
No. It's a combo. I do wish it was longer. That's been one of our primary complaints when it comes to the streaming services is that everything is under 12 episodes or under 10 episodes. Like especially when it comes to animated shows, should definitely be 15 plus shows. Like where's the?
It's 10.
Is it 10?
It's gonna be 10, right?
I thought it was 8.
I thought we talked about. I can't remember, bro.
I can say in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely wish it would end up doing like 15 plus, basically be on the One Piece type of energy. where it's just a ton of shows.
So you want 2,000 episodes? I got you.
Give me 2,000. I'm watching all of them.
9.
Yeah.
So I'm watching all of them.
Number.
Yeah, it is. I'm watching all of them. But just overall, it was graded by first 3 episodes. Jubilee was a standout. Jubilee was stood on business. X Force putting down the the mutant ice group.
X Factor.
Yeah, there's the ice. So them being just a bunch of bums as well. We're just doing it. We work for the government. We have authorities. Okay, ice. But it was great to see that they stood separate from them and stood on business as well. Jubilee was still like, even though she was part of the group, and like they put that one dude down, she was still all about like protecting those that are that need saving as well. You have he came out just guns a blazing, going against so to see got dropped in. But it was. I'm glad that he was able to reconnect with Storm as well early on. Storm is is the queen. Like, she's a beast, that alpha level threat. She show up, she put in work, and the fact that now that she knows that she has the ability for like solar flares and things like that, she'll be able to bring that back as well. Like, that's taking her to a whole nother level as well. This one was the first 2 episodes. We had a drawdown. To me, kind of like a drawdown version of Cyclops as well, especially what we saw in season 1. But and I get it. It's just early on, and it was more of protecting Nathan and everything. But I'm looking forward to when he gets back to season 1 style as well. But yeah, overall, this first few episodes is still on business. And really great to watch. Looking forward to the week to week after release. Release. What you got, bro?
First of all, I want to say y'all some haters. Listen, man.
You can't be a hater if you want more stories and more episodes. You can't be a hater.
Listen, I did want more episodes. I ain't gonna lie, because after that third, now we gotta. Oh, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pat yourself on the back, man. You called it. You said Rumble Tuck was gonna be in the show. You called it. We saw him. And for those who don't know, Rubber Tut is one of the variants of Kang the Conqueror. We saw that there. So now we know how Apocalypse eventually gets his technology and stuff like that. He gets it from Rubber Tut. Because I think we always knew back even when the original show came out in the 90s that Apocalypse stuff was a kind of futuristic and stuff like that. Tech was just highly advanced or whatever. So now folks know where it's from. And because Kang has been in this time loop for so long, he already knew about Apocalypse, which is why he was kind of toying with him or whatever, right? And so I like that aspect. I like the fact that we got to see X-Force. I like how they changed the intro to X-Force's intro when that
was nice.
on.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire, bro. I give them that. That was very creative.
They gave you the invisible pause too.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the group?
What's the name of the group?
Get him off the boats.
No, I was gonna say, when I was a kid, bro, I used to get X-Force and X Factor mixed up, and so to see both of them on the screen, bro, kind of fighting against each other and all that stuff, bro, I like that, man. Like I said, that was a call back to childhood right there. As a matter of fact, I don't even think BJ, maybe you can correct me. Is X Factor still around? Because I know X-Force is, but I don't know if X Factor is.
I don't know. Let's see.
I ain't heard no. So they had X-Force in there. They had X Factor. I don't know if y'all even know. They had I don't know if y'all remember Generation X. They had characters from Generation X in there too. Those kids that were at the very beginning of the first episode, originally from Generation X. So they had a bunch of groups in here, man, in this season right now. Like you said, BA, I like the fact, man. That's what I love about this show it's a lot of callbacks. I think I said it from the first season. It's a lot of callbacks from the comics, bro. It's crazy. So many storylines that they mended together from different like key storylines in X-Men lore. Man, I love it, bro. Like I said, I love this show. I told BA, I said, man, it was to the point I was thinking about going back and watching the first 3 episodes again, man. That's how much I love this show. Like you said, Jubilee. I like the fact that they showed Jubilee's training in the opening credits of that montage of the X-Force opening or whatever to kind of give you an idea. Like, man, all of a sudden she's so cold now. And they showed you all that during the opening credits or whatever, right? Show you her training with Psylocke and all that stuff. And so that's why you kind of saw her doing what she did when they escaped that I don't know if that's a helicarrier or what that was, but yeah, bro, like I said, we could see Apocalypse, man. Apocalypse didn't have no armor or nothing on. He ain't got all his tech on and nothing like that, bro. That dude, you see, he put that big old elephant up, bro, and just slung him like he wasn't nothing. I'm just like,
yeah, he went in beast mode for real.
Bro, I was like, God dang. I said that to my wife. I said, boy, now listen, I've been reading comics for a long time. I ain't never seen Apocalypse do that without none of his like technology and all that stuff. That dude was a monster, boy. I said, now I see why folks scared of him, man. Like, he was a beast before all that. And now he got all that even more deadlier. So yeah, bro. I love it. I love this show, man. I kind of wish they did like what show was that, y'all? They did the 3 episodes of Andor. I wish kind of did like Andor to give you like 3 episodes at a time, or like Maul give you 2 episodes at a time. But man, we gotta wait till when these episodes come out. Wednesdays? Or was it Mondays?
I think it was Wednesdays. I thought
yeah, I think it is. I think it is Wednesday because we talking about it today. So yeah, it had been Wednesday. But dang, boy, I can't wait for this episode, the next episode to come out. And it's only 30 goddamn minutes, bro. Big J, you told me it's gonna be 45 to an hour from now on, bro. I don't know what's going on. But no, but yeah, no, like I said, I love the show. And I understand what you're saying, BA. I understand what you're saying. They are rushing through stuff, if you be honest. Which, like I said, I kind of put 2 and 2 together when we were talking about the titles of each episode or whatever, and I was like, like I think the next episode is part 2 of the last episode we just saw, and I think that's going to be the part where I think they finally the whole entire team is going to be back to the present time or whatever. So, I mean, we gonna see, because eventually they're gonna run back into Apocalypse again in the present. Because remember, Apocalypse went from the future back to the present. So we gonna see. They're gonna be dealing with Apocalypse pretty much all season or whatever, man. So we gonna see how this goes. Now,
you know what? I got something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get the ratings and stuff, like, and sorry to cut you off. And this kind of goes with what Big J was saying, and I think I think that they could have had this thing, whatever they just did. You can call it a saga, right? To get from separated to back together. And instead of rushing through 3 episodes to do that, I've seen one-offs and things of that nature. I don't think they pushed for this. I don't know, but they could have had an X-Men saga of just what we just saw, expanded a little bit more, and then that could have been its own like 0.5 of a season. That's the way you get extra money. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
It doesn't have to be attached to season 2. That could have been.
You saying do like what? You saying do like what Invincible did with Eve? Is that what you're saying?
Something along those lines, whereas though they separated and we got back together, and then now we pick up. Boom! Season 2 starts. Let's say next week. Or
okay.
But they could have had it all in his own thing and just label it season 1.5.
You know, so what you're saying, if they would have did like when they were trapped, because you know how like when they show up, when Ford shows up, they've already been there for like 3-4 months. I'm like, why don't you just instead of, oh yeah, we've been doing this for the last few months, they could have showed that in like a little special episode or a special presentation for the people in the past and the people in the future.
Yeah. No, I mean,
just wasted content. Just wasted content. Go ahead.
Because like I said, because no, I'm with you on that, because listen, you like I said, I just said you got all. It's like an amalgamation of all of these like very big stories within the X-Men lore, and that's one of them where Jean and Cyclops' consciousness gets sent to the future. That's when they run into Nathan, right? The them dealing with Roma Tut Kang's variant, whatever, in Apocalypse. That's in the comic, right? So you got all these different like stories being molded together. And I was gonna ask y'all this question: the part where, BJ, you probably can help me with this. The part where Professor X went into that guy's mind, and all of a sudden he came across some kind of entity in his mind. What are you hearing? What that could be?
No, I haven't heard anything on that. I haven't tried to watch any of the breakdowns yet.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna say because I was trying to figure like who the heck it could be, because I think I heard somebody say it could be one of the Celestials, since Celestials are the one who kind of implemented the humans with the mutant gene or whatever. And so that's what a lot of people kind of think. And some people think it could be another variant of Apocalypse or something like that from the future or something like that. I was trying to thought maybe you had an idea what it could be or whatever. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me what it would be. But yeah, I was just wondering about that. Cause that's another story we got to probably deal with. And that's gonna probably be one of them cases where we're not gonna deal with that till like season 3. So I don't know. We're gonna see. All right, fellas, I'm gonna get y'all's Kaioken rating of this these 3 episodes. All right, BA. What you got? What's your Kaioken scale rating here?
You know, I'm going to put an asterisk.
Oh my god. Oh, you muted. There you go.
I'm going to put an asterisk here, and let them and understand that they can only do what they can do in 8 episodes. That's all they can do. They can't go no more. They can't do no less. They have to give us 8 episodes, according to Big J, in which I at this point agree.
Actually,
9.
It's an 8.
9 episodes.
An 8.5. 9. Okay, it was an 8.5. If I want to give it a real score, I'm bringing it down to like a 7 because it felt rushed. But if we got to go with the budget is the budget and the script is the script, the 9 episodes is the 9 episodes, then I'm gonna give it an 8.7. It was good.
What's at you, Big J? You better not give it no 8, man.
Well, so what I think happened was, I think they fired your boy. They fired BA's boy before he had a chance to finish out those scripts, flushing it out. So they only went with what they had, So
that's
I
not
think
my boy. I just want that for the record. Go ahead.
Baltimore's own.
Is Bo from Baltimore?
Oh, even know, dude.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wait for. Boy, if he's from Baltimore, man, it'd be the happiest day of my life.
You better say, wait, bro.
Florida. All right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Dallas. Boy, boy.
No. He don't give Dallas anything.
I'm about to say we better cut the show short, bro. We ain't doing this.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, unfortunately, he's not from Baltimore. So, we're gonna go back. He was trying. I think, like I said, I don't know if they just didn't have his full vision, so they just kind of truncated stuff, or what.
Well, no, remember they said they had it. They decided to go back and change some things up.
Yeah, well, once again, maybe you should have paid him a little bit more. Come back and flesh out the rest of that vision. Because this did not seem. So far, the execution has been top notch, is what I'm saying. So for that, I'd probably give it, probably a 7.75, something like that.
Jesus Christ, what is happening today? I was not expecting this from y'all, man. I wasn't expecting this from y'all. BJ, come on.
Okay,
man.
hold on, sir. You want me to just sit here and be like blindly glazing stuff because we like the IP? But if we're saying that if you're gonna be critical, you have to be critical. You have to be like, you know what? They could have done this better. This was not. Every show can't be 9.995. My name is not Will. I don't think every show is the greatest show ever made. You know what I'm saying?
But no, this hold on. So
we'll just took it straight.
Hold on.
Just be minding my own business.
Hold on. So I was coming to again. That one thing, Big J, like just knocks it all the way down to 7.
But okay, but
Other than that, what the show wasn't like it wasn't fire. See?
Hold on, question. I mean, I like the stuff they did with Jubilee. I like all that. I liked even seeing Polaris and all that. But my thing is, in Havoc, what's the number one rule of storytelling that I always tell you when it comes to when you have to flesh out backstories? They say show don't tell, and we got a lot of expositionary stuff. You know, like I said, when you land, we've been here for the last 4 months doing all kind of interesting stuff you're never gonna see. You know, just imagine what it would look like if we would have showed it to you. And that's how it was. It's like with all the Mother Scotty stuff, we ain't get to see none of what happened, the training, none of what's going on with Nathan. It's just, hey, we did all this stuff, you ain't see it, but hey, it's cool, trust me. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you do a story.
They was able to give Jubilee a skill set background in a impromptu titles showcase. They could have took that same time to do what BJ just said about the other stuff. We could have took a quick montage and like real quick and just show like, oh, they was going through a lot so far. Seemed like they barely made out of their lives multiple times, and then boom, go on with the show. They chose to talk and not show. I agree. As I said, my first score was like a 7.5. Like that was a reason for that. My bad, Jay. You can go ahead.
No, you fine. That was all I'm saying. Like, I know y'all want to act like I'm here, but I'm like, my thing is, I'm not going to just blindly.
No. I heard what y'all saying about the Russian. It did. If I'm being honest, it did. But it didn't take me out the show though. It's like the show was still kind of. I loved it.
No, I think what we got was good, but once again, there was no need to limit it. And if that makes it worse if they made it 9 shows, because that shows you don't have to make it 8 shows. So if you didn't have to make it 8 shows, you know you can make 9. Why not make it 10, 11, or 12? You know what I'm saying? And take your time and tell an actual story, because once again, Disney owns the platform. It's not like I'm a producer on Netflix and I'm making a show and Netflix has to approve it. Mm-hmm. You're on Disney's platform, and the people making who are calling the shots are Kevin Feige and Brad Winderbaum, who are presidents of their departments. You can't tell me that Brad Winderbaum couldn't say, we need 12 episodes. And they'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't the first season have 10?
Hold on.
I think he did. As a matter of fact, I think the 9 and 8 and 10 were a 2-parter.
The first season had
10.
It had 10. So we got 10 in 2024.
Okay.
So next season gonna be, and next one gonna be 6. It's gonna keep dropping.
Nah, bro. What you got, cuz? What's your score?
I give it a 9. I enjoyed it. Actually enjoyed myself going through it. Instead of just complaining about stuff I can't change and looking for everything that's wrong with it. I actually enjoyed myself, and it's willing to rewatch it too. So when it's a show that I'm open to rewatching, that bumps it up. So when you got it's condensed. It is what it is. It's condensed, but I still enjoyed it, and like I said, I'm gonna end up rewatching it, so that bumps it up as well. So I give it a 9.
It got crushed by the power of positivity.
No, I mean, if y'all giving it a 7.5, that just means you're not going to rewatch it. So I mean, it is what it is.
This okay. So listen, like I said, I hear what BA and BJ is saying. I'm not saying that if you go back and look and actually, give you, pay attention to whatever. I'm not saying, they didn't rush some things. But I don't know. I just feel like they didn't overweigh the overall story and what they were going for. Like that, whatever they did in the show, these first 3 episodes still got me like, y'all can't wait to the 4th episode, especially after how it ended. Well, we don't know if they, of course we don't know they didn't die with her, but we don't know if they died or whatever, right? So them encountering Roma Tut and all that stuff. I want to see all that, right? I want to see what Apocalypse is going to do after he found out that they technically he didn't really still don't know what they're about, but kind of find out they were lying about the whole time about who they were and all that type of stuff. So that's why I'm kind of excited about. Like I said, I'll give it like a 9. I'll give it a 9, man. I like. Matter of fact, I'll give it a 9.5. Big J, what? Not 9.25. I'll give it 9.25. But no, I love the episodes, man. I just wish. We're
gonna change this to a 10 now because you can't have a positive wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change it to 15. But no, like I said, I liked it, man. But I listen, UMB, I understand. You know, it did feel rushed. You do, especially with the source material and kind of what we expect from the show and our anticipation, all that stuff. You do want to see more. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Because I remember I told y'all I thought it was gonna kind of be this way just from the titles. You know what I'm saying? And if you go back and kind of watch the trailers, it looks like they're going to be back in the regular time more than they were in the past or the future or whatever. So I kind of figured this was going to be one of those cases where they were going to kind of go through this for like the first maybe 4 episodes and then they keep it pushing after that or whatever, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. So you saying if Bo the Male would have did better? What you trying to say, BJ? You would have.
From what we saw in the first series, I'm not saying that I'm a fan of Bo or his work or his lifestyle or any of that other stuff, but I'm saying that I think that he did a good job at the first season. Now, if he could have stopped all the other stuff, maybe he could have been back to do the second season. But
hey, I was gonna say you think he'll bring him back, but then he kind of still talking and stuff. So now I guess that's out the question. But yeah, man. So yeah, y'all the comment section, y'all let us know, man. What y'all think? What do y'all give the? If you've seen the X-Men 97 season 2 episodes 1 through 3, y'all let us know in the comment section what y'all rated. All right, fellas, we got a good one here. We're gonna be talking about Big J's favorite studio here. So let's get to the main topics. Check it out, y'all. It says, according to the World of Reels, James Gunn is reportedly considering replacing Andy Muschietti with himself as the director of Brave and the Bold. For those who don't know, that's a new Batman movie that's supposed to be coming out. Well, God knows when. Listen, man. I don't know if y'all was on the show yet, BJ and BA. I know I told Cuz this a while back that it was like a lot of signs kind of pointing to Andy Muschietti maybe moving off the project, and I didn't thought they would get another direction. I didn't think that James Gunn would step in, but then later on you kind of hear James Gunn make comments about Batman being his favorite character, and really want to get it right and blah blah blah. So we're starting to hear this stuff now to where he might step in and direct it over Andy Muschietti, because we haven't heard, well, other than the fact we don't know who the new Batman gonna be or when they coming out with the movie, who all that stuff. Now we haven't heard anything from Andy Muschietti. You know what I'm saying? So, as a matter of fact, we haven't heard from Andy Muschietti since the beginning of Dairy show or whatever. Remember Welcome to Dairy, when he finally came out and said something right there before. I think it was the premiere of their show or whatever. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on it. BJ, what you think, man? Is get the doppy.
I think there's nothing that he could do wrong. I think anything that James Gunn does, I agree with. I mean, 100%. I think he's the best director, studio head, filmmaker we've seen.
Let me ask you this question before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this is desperation for what happened with Supergirl? Or do you think it's like they already had this idea already before all that?
I don't think there's any desperation related to Supergirl. I believe that he feels that this would be the best thing for him and the project together. And I think that whatever happens, that this will be successful. I believe Supergirl will probably rally and finish around $700-800 million, and then Superman, Man of Tomorrow will probably finish about eight to 900 million. Perhaps $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he does, I'm supporting it. I would buy 5 tickets to this next movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
What you really think, though?
Oh, hold on. Okay. We got that off my head. So now that they've left the room, after I had to say what I had to say, I think that this is one of those situations where, one, we know that James Gunn likes Batman. He said that was his favorite character, and he said if they would have offered him Batman first, he would have took it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's part of what it is. I don't know if maybe he went back and looked at the Flash movie and then he said, hey, wait a minute. I know he said previously that was the greatest superhero movie he'd ever seen in his life. I guess even better than his own. But I mean, because that's what he said. He said that was the greatest superhero movie he's ever seen, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
So maybe he went back and watched it again and then realized, wait a minute, this dude should stick to doing hit movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's like this. He doesn't quite get what we're doing here. So, and that's okay. You can say that. People are good at different things, maybe. But I think honestly, I think he would do a good job with it. The only problem I have with James Gunn is, and I know he worked for Trauma back in the days and all that stuff. Can he do the grittiness needed for a
Great
Batman
question.
movie?
Great question.
None of the James Gunnisms, none of the I don't want to see Batmite and the weird, all that other stuff that comes along with him. I want to say, can he just do Batman as a Batman movie and make it dark and gritty and show the dark side of Gotham and it be, brutal? Because like I said, Braden Bow, you got Damon, the actor, acting up. So can he do all that and have it be serious, or would he feel like I got to put a joke in here? I need to put my wife in here because where's my boy Michael Rooker? You know what I'm saying? If we're not doing if we get a Red Saint Wild appearance, then we already know it's gonna be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Much as I like Red Saint Wild's character, but if we get Red Saint Wild, it's over. Just cancel the whole DCU. Let the sale go through all that. You know what I'm saying? It's over.
So you don't trust him with the Batman project, pretty much.
I said we haven't seen him do I mean, he did. What was that? The Belko project. That was kind of a.
He didn't direct that though.
He did. I thought he did direct the Belko project.
I think he wrote that. Yeah, look at that real quick. I thought he wrote that or produced it. One.
The Belko experiment.
Matter of fact, I know. Yeah, Belko experiment. I know he wrote it. I don't think he directed it though. It's not like Brightburn. Brightburn, BJ, did that count? He wrote that.
Let's see here. I'm just trying. I'm on IMDb because. No, it was directed by James McLean. That's weird because they had his brother and everybody in it. So,
yeah, he wrote it. I know he wrote it. He wrote that and he wrote Brightburn, which was why I was saying, like, I mean, if you want to talk about, that's closest, I guess, is Brightburn.
Maybe you can write it, but not. Maybe you can write, but not direct it. You know what I'm saying? I think if he writes it too, I think because once again, what have we been complaining about? Matt Reeves, It takes him forever to do it. I mean, we all agree that James Gunn could probably write that story in a matter of, 2 weeks. He could have the story fleshed out if he just sits down and works on it. So maybe that's his best bet. But once again, how are you the studio head if you got to write and or direct everything? You don't have time. You gonna limit what can be released if you have to touch everything to that extent.
Yeah.
Same issue with your boy, Filoni. If his fingers have to be on every project, not just, hey, you know what, I'm gonna green light that and give you some pointers and go ahead and go make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the studio head should be doing.
I'm trying to. So, bro, they might. I don't know how he didn't take a page out of Kevin Feige's book where he got people he can like trust to direct these movies and stuff like that. He gives his input and all that stuff on what he wanted in it and all that stuff. But then, like I said, it's especially after the Supergirl movie. Now, things could change. We're hearing positive stuff with Clayface or whatever, but things could change. But for right now, people are kind of nervous and they're like, "Yo, it just seemed like." I think we talked about it before when I said this was the first project where James Gunn had nothing to do with it. Like he didn't write it, he didn't direct it, none of that, right? And so now it's like we feel like if you think for it to be as somewhat good, you might need him to do something, either write it, direct it, or both, or whatever. And it's one of those cases where it's like Batman being so key to the DCU, as far not just DCU, but just Warner Brothers in general, is one of their biggest money makers. It's like, do you trust this project just to anybody?
Well, but
you know what I mean, like, because if this don't succeed, this could hurt the DCU for one. And it also falls back on James Gunn.
But like we said, we've heard that James Gunn was more involved in Supergirl than we initially thought.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can.
You want to talk about that? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's my thing, though, because, first we thought, it was hands off and it's not. But he said he was heavily consulted on the music and he oversaw certain elements. He even went back in and did part of the edit.
So you didn't hear the new news that's been running around the internet.
I heard he
So
re-edited it, and there was a battle between him and the director as far as the
yeah,
cut. And I think
yeah.
James Gunn had final cut.
So now people are online screaming they want the Gillespie cut of Supergirl. And remember, I said that when we were doing our reviews. I was like, bro, it felt kind of, the editing felt a little choppy.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like it was an amalgamation of different things. And now when we're hearing this news about those two, kind of, it's starting to make sense now. And so this also goes back to what I was just saying. Is it one of them cases where it's like, you know what, we got to make this has to hit. This has to hit. So is it one of them cases where it's like, yo, let me just make sure I can, he got a good track record. Like James Gunn's he's been hitting on everything he's done, right? Do he need to step in and do it just to make sure that it's good? And then we'll just figure out everything else, obscure characters, like you always talk about, the obscure characters. Y'all take care of that. Let me hit the Supermans, the Batmans, and the Wonder Womans, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to make sure those land. Because without those three, the whole entire thing just falls apart.
Well, here's the question though. So, because I've watched, like I said, I watched New Rockstars and watch all the other channels, and some people have said that they're not, like, I've seen those people say they're not James Gunn fans, like they're not fans of his style of movie making, and they said
but I understand that, BJ. That everybody gonna be 100% on nothing, but the box office, right? The critics, the audience, you know what I'm saying? It's shown that he's successful in that area. Like, we might be a handful of people say he don't like it. That's fine, but overall, people liked it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if his Guardian movies, any other movie he's made or whatever, right? He's had critical and audience success on it. That's what he's looking for right now. If you can get that out of Batman, you know the money gonna follow it, because Batman gonna make a stupid amount of money. Hell, the darn Matt Reeves Batman movie made $800 million in his sleep. So that's what I think. That's what I think a lot of people are worried about. It's like, yeah, you can say we want about his style, like his style, this and that. That's fine, but obviously, majority of people do like it, and it's successful. So you want this movie to be successful, and you want people to like it or whatever. So why not have, like, it's probably what he's thinking. Let me go ahead and step in and take over, just to make sure that it's good. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to not kill our studio or whatever. Because we hearing what's going on behind the scenes with him and Gillespie, whatever, with the darn Supergirl movie. We see Supergirl gonna lose like $1 billion or whatever. It might be a safe.
Whoa.
It might be
whoa, y'all say it. I was told.
But I mean, like I said, it's I don't know, but
I just wonder. Like I said, I just worry about it because
I don't want him doing everything, BJ. I heard me say on the last show, I want the man to be able to be Kevin Feige, bro. Eventually, you're gonna have to be Kevin Feige. You can't direct and write every goddamn thing, though. Like, that's not. You're pulling yourself. You're stretching yourself thin now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's not the work stretching you thin. It's you stretching yourself thin. So, I don't know, bro. I mean, we saw what Andy Muschietti did with it. Welcome to Derry. So I don't know. But I've been saying for the longest, I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's going to be the director. I've been saying that for the longest. I didn't know who was going to be director, but I kind of figured he wasn't going to be the director. And now we're starting to hear that news. Now we're starting to hear that news. We're starting to kind of get rumors of who the Batman is. I'm telling y'all, Comic-Con at the end of this month. Do not be surprised. We're going to be on this show, talk about all this Batman news, Wonder Woman news, all that stuff. Watch. What you got, cuz?
I don't like it. I'd rather have Andy Muschietti stay there, write it, especially after Welcome to Derry. It was really good. I feel like we've been talking about, as far as Gunn just being the studio head, like that's what it needs to be. Give notes, but he can't interject heavily like that. As far as like the final cut stuff, just give it to your director. You put him in that position and trust your director. If you have to do these additional steps within it, that means you're not trusting your own decision, and you just got to get out of your own way.
Can I put one pushback on that, cuz? Mm-hmm. Remember, if he did not step in, they was about to do the whole pedophile stuff going on in the movie.
But that's where the notes is. That's where your notes come in early on. Like was that part of the final cut they removed it? Or was that notes early on that they removed?
No, that was part of 25 minutes that got cut. They said it was 25 minutes that got cut, and that was a big chunk of that 25 minutes.
So it's part of the final cut that they have removed it. I mean, it is what it is. Like, but that would have been something that you should have took notes on early on to have it removed instead of wait for it to get shot.
So why can't James Gunn just help with the writing to make sure that the script is on par?
Yeah, because that would have more likely cleaned up a lot of it at that point. It would have been on the front side of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause don't Kevin Feige help with the writing and stuff like that for kind of oversee and all that? Am I tripping?
He gives points. I don't think he, because remember, Kevin Feige was only ever an executive producer, or he was a producer's assistant, then a producer, and then executive. He's never been a writer, director, none of that.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how he be doing it, bro. Because it's like, because James Gunn is a writer, so it's like, do you want him to kind of step in and help with that part, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like I said, you don't have to direct everything, but then make sure that script right. Like, make sure I need you to look over it, and you partner with whoever you trying to hire to do it or whatever. And y'all work over it together to make sure that the script is right. So we all know that script was trash for this movie, bro, for Supergirl or whatever. So it's like, I'm not mad at him doing that. I'm with you, cuz like you don't want to, bombard everything. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's his job, because guess what? Supergirl failing, that falls on him. People are blaming him for that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but still, it's like I said, he has to take care of it on the front side. So going through the script, and you see that they have this whole pedophile situation. Like, you should have on the front side, on the script side, hey, let's go ahead and not do this part. Let's change it up and do something else and make it a little bit cleaner. Because once you allow it to get through, you've given it a okay. And then when you see it on screen, it's like, now we're going to go ahead and chop that out. Now you chop that out, and now the movie itself looks choppy. So that's what I say, like, get it on the front side to where if they would have snipped it. If they would have snipped it at the script, it would have made it much cleaner to where when it came to that final cut, it wouldn't have been so choppy at that point. So that's where I feel he should have did a better job on the checking the script and giving them notes on that part. But I'd rather still have Muschietti on the Batman. I think he can do really well with the dark stuff. Like I said, what he did with Welcome to Derry was pretty fantastic as well. So that's my thing. Yeah, do your studio head thing. Take a step back from the writer-director, give the notes, get the help with the direction of what you want the movies and overall the DCU to look like, but you gotta not be part of the. You gotta take a step back. That's my thing. What you got, BJ?
What you say, BJ?
The only thing I was gonna say, so if Kevin, not Kevin, if James Gunn came out and said that he was only going to greenlight stories that had the best scripts, and he said the reason that he rushed this one was because the script was so good, and everybody's universally kind of panning the script, and because nobody's panning the acting, everybody said they liked.
The acting was good. They liked the script and the direction. That was it.
But then, so here's the problem though: if you're getting all this negative feedback on your script, and James Gunn is like, but I'm still gonna have the same writer write Titans and Wonder Woman, is that just stubbornness and pride, or is that I really believe in her as a writer? You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody else is telling you this is terrible and this was a badly written film, and you had to go in and cut out a huge section of the film that you yourself greenlit, then why can't you change direction and say, you know what, people don't like this direction. Let's get somebody else to write these other two projects.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I kind of thought about that too, BJ. It might be stubbornness. People are telling you, she was bad. Well, I'm gonna let her do this. Just kind of prove you guys wrong. Yeah, we've seen that in sports with coaches. I just I'm trying not to go over to the dark side with BJ here, man. But damn, I don't understand how you don't you it seemed like he had everything in a row. He got all his ducks in a row. He had everything kind of organized and all that stuff. And then now we starting to hit these bumps already before the studio really took off like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What you got, BA?
And you muted. There we
go. So it's very similar to what you guys were saying. It's like, and I think when we first brought this up, I said there's nobody passes on Batman. There's no way. It's his nature. It's his professionalism. It's his career. He's a director, and you're telling me that I have this skill set, and this is my favorite. This is my favorite project. Like, he's a Batman fan through and through. So why would he not do it? So I think he tried the way you're supposed to do it, and he just said no. And James Gunn, he's going to push him. He's going to push the edge a little bit. So I think that this is something that he does, and he might fall back on other projects. I don't know. Or he might just stick to Batman and Superman and then call it a day. I don't know. But what I do know is that I know he wasn't going to pass that up, and he might have passed it up, but he went right back around to it. And I think for the co-writing thing, that was a good point. It's just, these guys and their egos, man, these writers and stuff. It takes a team, yes, but when your partner is the studio head, how much can I push back? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like that idea, but that doesn't fit this. No, I think it does fit. I think it's gonna fit just fine in this scene, right? Well, all right, you're the studio head. Like, you can't go back and forth too much. So I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't know. But with all that being said, I can't wait to see Batman with James Gunn being the director.
So you think he is going to direct it? Okay.
I think he is 100%.
Listen, like I said, man, I hope they get this right, man. Now we probably gonna be like, gonna probably be forgiven if this darn Clayface movie, or Lanterns and Clayface knock it out the park. We're gonna be like Supergirl who, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, for what things are happening as we speak right now, it's not looking good, man. Because we always, like BJ said, we always hear him talking about we don't start on projects unless we love the script and all that stuff. And I'm just wondering, if with so much riding on your shoulders, it's like, why don't you just kind of, I'm not saying you come in there and just completely take over the project, but hey, y'all might need to sit down and go over the script together or something, man, and say, that word that don't work, this word that don't work, or whatever, to try to make sure that whatever you putting on the screen is going to work. Because everything is going to fall back on you. People are killing James Gunn, you know what I'm saying, to the point that like he directed it or whatever. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope he can do well. Like Big J said, we haven't seen anything really where it's like he could be kind of direct that grittiness. But I can say we've witnessed something where it's kind of in that his writing kind of led to the grittiness or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we got here up here next, y'all. Let's get into these quick hits in the news, y'all. We finally got it, fellas. We finally got it. Check it out. Mr. Terrific is officially in the works. Or should I say Mr. Terrific series is officially in the works at DC Studios. So they said the Wonder Woman and Sandman writer Alan Henberg is writing the plot. I don't know his work because I don't know if you know his work or what the case is, but that's the guy who's gonna be over the project. Cuz, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I'm excited about it. Being Mr. Terrific. I've heard good things about Sandman. I haven't watched it. It's not sure that
I tried.
I tried. But I've heard good things about it. It's like, okay, well, it's not for me, but it is what it is.
Hey, because it's kind of like Dune, where everybody love Dune, and it's like,
yeah,
it's not. Okay. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because I did. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. So it's with that particular writer, I think they can be able to flush them out pretty well. Then, for us to finally get a Mr. Terrific series, it's going to be fun. What I wonder is, will it be heavy on backstory, or will it just be moving his story forward in between the movies? So I'm sure they sprinkle in some backstory, just just to help ground him and let everybody know more about him. But what I'm looking forward to is how they push his story forward in between the movies. So you have your all these major movies that's coming out and how he'll be able to fit in between it. So that's what's going to be pretty exciting. We knew it was going to happen eventually. It was just the question was when. And so now that we know it's in the works, it's pretty fun. Looking forward to it. What you got?
What you got, BA?
I think God damn, come on, bro. This is good, right? This is what we wanted. We wanted this. We wanted him to have his own series. Shows you the power of I guess stating your opinion, your critiques and things of that nature. Because people by the droves were saying like, yo, this dude definitely stood out. Shout out to the character himself. I will not say his name. I reserve that for Big J. I just don't want to butcher it. And he's just he showed his acting ability and he did a fine job. Sometimes you get a little shaky on you being side character versus okay, now it's 30 minutes to 45 minutes dedicated just based off of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
good point.
We gotta see. But that's what pilots and things of that nature are for. But I'm happy. I'm happy for the character. I'm happy for just more DC, and let's just kind of expand the world. And of course, we're going to go with a negative of a, I guess, an alternative side. Hey, this is going to be black a little bit, you know what I mean? Like we can't not have it. Like he's going to be interacting with people that's probably that looks like him a little bit more. So that's always good to see. And then you're going to see out of the show who stands out on the show, because whoever stands out on the show is going to be in the movie right along with them. Those are the kind of things. These are the fruits of the labor here. So so like I said, I'm all for it. Definitely did a better job at being a secondary character than Lobo. These are things that you got to look at and keep moving with. So I'm actually happy. I'm genuinely happy that they're moving forward with this up until they say that I'm sorry, it's canceled. What you mean, Blake?
What you got, BJ?
No, I'm happy to see. I was waiting for him to come back. I think he did an excellent job in Superman. I think he's one of the bright spots in Superman. And so the fact that they're going to bring him,
the bright spot.
Yeah. So the fact that they're bringing him back, I mean, Hawk Girl murdering old boy. I mean, it is what it is. I know BA liked that part when she dropped him out. I mean, she flew him out the window and dropped him from about 500-600 feet. But oh, come on now, that's your jam, man. We're about to get a shirt made that said everybody dies. Come on.
Gots to die.
Somebody got to die.
How do you know you can't fly unless you get put to the test? That's all I'm saying. How do you know you can't fly?
Because I know.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. But so I think and like I said, he was cool. Like his fight scene was one of the coolest things in the movie. That scene where he was fighting with the T-ball with all the folks coming around. I mean, come on. So I want to see that more of that kind of stuff going on, and I don't think they even do a backstory. He exists, and that's kind of the way they're doing this universe is. It exists. Let's go.
Yeah, move forward. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm with y'all. So you know what this tells me? He's not gonna be in Man of Tomorrow.
He should be.
I mean, yeah, he should be. Cause it don't make no sense to me. It's like, then why is
Come on
Hawk
with
Girl
the bad
and
news. That's something I was supposed to say. That's terrible, bro.
bro? Matter of fact, is Guy Gardner in there?
In Mandatory, when he's in Lantern, so I don't know.
I didn't hear his name. So him and Guy Gardner, because Hawk Girl gonna be in there. We know that. I don't think
You gotta have some type of comic relief. There's no comic relief in it. Lex is not that, and Superman, he's quirky, but he's not a comic relief. Lobo's a the sense of the scene. He changes that, right? He adds a grittier sense to it, but it's not like you don't get like a joy and a pleasure for watching him. That's all.
Yeah,
like, there has to be something.
Nathan Fillion's in there, and Mr. Terrific is also listed as in there too. On the cast,
Okay.
I'm looking at IMDb shows him at least.
Oh, IMDb, yeah, he kind of hit and miss sometimes. Yeah, because we know for a fact that Hawk Girl's in there. I didn't hear him in Guy Gardner. Now, if we heard Guy Gardner in there, but didn't hear him, that's gonna be messed up. But yeah, I hear you. I mean, I hope he's in there. But yeah, series wise, I think we already kind of called it. I think we kind of saw that happening eventually. I think we talked about maybe having him doing a movie of the Terrifics, which means he would have to spin off from the Justice Gang and have his own group or whatever. So, but I think people want to kind of see him be a little bit more established. Like BA said, we got him in those little spurts there in Superman where he did well as in those spurts, but now it's like you about to have your own. You about to be the focal point. You about to be the center of the universe now. It's like, what can you do with that? You know what I mean? Like, can he still have that same impact he had when he was playing off of other characters or whatever? So we're gonna see. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got up here next. Y'all's favorite studio is back. We getting a new G.I. Joe reboot film has been written. Let's see. We got your boy. It's written by Danny McBride. It is a grounded action film and not a comedy. I didn't think G.I. Joe was funny. It follows Duke and his team in a town where everyone is secretly part of Cobra. Okay. See what we got up here. It says G.I. Joe reboot will officially begin filming next year. So they already ready to go. So I guess they love the script. Well, let's get y'all thoughts on that. BA, what you think, man? You ready for this new G.I. Joe movie, man?
No. Not at all. But I'll watch it. It just
right.
Wasn't a huge fan, and then the remakes they weren't the best either. So not. Yeah, there's that. But I am interested in Danny McBride because that's kind of his wheelhouse is the comedic, Seth Rogen type vibe. You know what I mean? Like that's his crew. That's true. So it's like you're gonna fit in. So it's hard to even with serious movies, you put a comedic actor in it. He's serious, but it's a lot of, like I just said before, not to beat a deal, a comic relief type vibe. So even Kevin Hart can be like in a serious movie, but it's still Kevin Hart, so he's still going to have his moments in a sense. Same thing with Eddie. And so I say that to say, by him being a natural comedic guy, first and foremost, there's going to be a lot of funny moments in this movie. That intrigues me. That I would like to see that. Not too much because I know what G.I. Joe is about and things of that nature. Of course, I know Snake. I know the guys. I know the characters. I've seen a lot of the work. It's just, I think it just. I don't think it has the pull of everything in 2026. I don't think it can gravitate like that. And that's the issue I think I'm having against it. We saw what He-Man did. It's just it's kind of hard bringing some of these older LPs, and then you don't market it to the kids as well. That's the thing. The 40 to 50-year-old guys and stuff. Of course, we're going to watch it because that's kind of what we grew up on. So that's nostalgia for us. And are they going to try it again? That's great. but you still got to bring in the younger kids to go along with it to make it a melting pot of talent of consumers. And I think that's where they're going to drop the ball at again. And that's the sad part about it. Like I said, no advertisements, no G.I. Joe for kids coming out no time, so I didn't see anything. And it started with the action figures. Where they at? I don't know. What are Hot Toys at? I don't know. Gotta ask Big J that one. So it's a lot of misses already from jump. And I just think that's just going to end badly. And these are some of the times that you can kind of catch it from the very beginning, and you hope that they can change it along the way. But I don't think they are.
What you got, Big J?
Any good day.
Yeah, I don't know if I was anticipating another G.I. Joe movie, or I don't know if anyone was anticipating one.
What?
I looked up the box offices for the last two G.I. Joe movies. And let's see, the Rise of Cobra. I'm not even doing the Snake Eyes movie. The Rise of Cobra made $302.5 million, which is
that's the one with Channing Tatum, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think
he
both of them, right?
Well, he died in the beginning.
They switched.
For the second one. Mm-hmm. It was The Rock in the second one.
Yeah, the second one had The Rock, and that one grossed $375 million. So these are not what we would consider blockbuster movies. These are kind of just busters. So, I mean, okay, if any Marvel movie grossed 375, I think, what did the Marvels make? And we could agree that's one. Let's see. The Marvels box office was 206 million.
Oh, okay, that's close.
So that was the lowest one. I think Quantumania was around almost 400 million, and that was a huge disappointment. So once again, if we're looking at that, I'm like, yeah, this is not a reason. Let's bring this franchise back, y'all. We're printing money, y'all. I don't know, but once again, this is Paramount, so I don't know if they're thinking or can they think, or if that is in their wheelhouse to be able to have coherent, logical thoughts. I think they think, we're gonna blow stuff up, and this will make a bunch of money. Hey, go for it. Lose all your money.
What you got, cuz?
Oh, that's amazing. I can't believe you said that.
Nah, you would have loved it. I said it was stupid. G.I. Joe should just be animated. And just keep it simple. Let it just be an animated thing. These other ones have already failed poorly. Just keep it animated. Have fun that way. It will be interesting with Danny McBride. His TV shows have been phenomenal and very funny, but him as an action director would be interesting. But leave it animated.
He's not directing. He's just writing it.
Oh, yeah. By the way, it's like he's a comedy guy. So it's going to be interesting, but I'd rather it just be an animated show.
Yep. Two things. I thought they were supposed to be doing a crossover with Transformers. I guess that's out the window now. Two, Big J, I'm glad you stayed away from Snake Eyes because I already know how I feel about that movie. I was so mad when I went to the movies to see that. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I hated that movie. I almost got into a fight with the manager of the movie theater over that stupid movie, and he didn't even make it. Yeah, listen, I don't know Danny McBride's history when it comes to writing, but we do know he's attached to comedy. So this is going to be interesting to see how this is going to go. I have no earthly idea how this is going to go. But it sounds like they ready to go. They're going to be ready to go by next year. So I don't know if they are planning on just doing their own thing with the G.I. Joe or eventually spinning it off to like Transformers or whatever. Because I know your boy Michael Bay will be coming back to Transformers. So we're going to see how this go, man. You know how it is over there in Paramount. So I'm not expecting too much from this franchise right now. So, I mean, it is what it is. But like B.A. said, I'm going to watch it. But it is what it is. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got up here next. Got a couple more stories here. So check this out. Marvel Studios is prioritizing several upcoming projects, y'all. Let's go ahead and check out what these upcoming projects are. See the first one here. Got Spider-Man 5. All right. Thunderbolts 2. They're going with Thunderbolts 2, y'all. Which means they survive Secret Wars. Then of course we already know about Black Panther 3. We know about the X-Men reboot. They've been talking about Shang-Chi 2 forever. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to come out with Shang-Chi 2 now. Of course, they're going to do Avengers. That's their moneymaker right there. So they're not going to not do an Avenger movie. Midnight Sun, something we've been talking about here for the longest. And this right here is interesting. They said Doctor Strange 3 has been put on hold, which I can kind of understand why. Because this would have been more tied to what's going on right now and not what's tied to what's going on after Secret Wars. But BJ, what's your thoughts on this, man? What are you looking forward to at all these the most?
I mean, Shang-Chi 2, yeah, like I said, Doctor Strange I was looking forward to, but that should have come out before Doomsday.
Yeah.
So at this point, there's not really a reason for them. I mean, I'm sure they got to contractually do one, and they're going to have to figure out where he falls in after Doomsday's over with. But Shang-Chi, like I said, Shang-Chi's always going to be entertaining, I do believe, as long as Destin Daniel Cretton's involved and Simu Liu. So I think that's going to be good. And even Awkwafina. I liked her in that movie. I thought she was funny. She was a good little comic relief. Who else? And what was the other one in there?
You got Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah, we know that's coming out. Black Panther's going to be. I heard about Thunderbolts 2. Thunderbolts 2, interesting. It underperformed, but it was critically acclaimed. So I just think that was people wanting to confused about what it was. But I think once again, after we see him in Doomsday and Secret Wars, I think people will be cool with it. Midnight Suns is another one that we need to see. That needs to happen immediately. That needs to be accelerated, green lit, fast tracked, whatever has to happen. That needs to happen because otherwise, Mahershala Ali gonna be older than me by the time they release that movie.
What about?
But X-Men reboot, we already know that's coming, so that's a given.
So all these, bro, the only one that I didn't know was gonna happen was probably Thunderbolts 2.
I saw that earlier. Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I think yesterday I saw something about it.
So, but yeah, what you think, cuz?
My most excited one would be X-Men. We knew about it, still being able to have X-Men come through. Below that, I would put Midnight Suns. I think I agree with Big J on that. They need to get that done ASAP because of who all will be within it. Then I have Black Panther 3 because of the opportunity of us getting T'Challa back, having a new T'Challa. So that makes me pretty excited for that one. So that's what makes that top 3. Shang-Chi 2 needs to happen ASAP as well. It should be on the heels of Midnight Suns, essentially, because the first one was a great one, and for it to have been this long without a second one feels like it's getting the what is it? The Incredibles treatment. Everybody loved Incredibles, but it took like 15 years to get a part 2. But Cars out here with like 7 movies and a helicopter movie, so it's just chaos. So
BJ favorite franchise.
It's just chaos. So looking forward for that one to come through. So that's the main ones that I'm looking forward to. Thunderbolts 2, it's going to be fun to watch, I'm sure. Like BJ said, underperformed, but everybody really enjoyed it. If you went and saw the movie, you enjoyed the movie. So it's crazy that it underperformed. But yeah, they got a good slate that they're planning to come out with, but they got on a couple of them. They need to go ahead and get them written up and put out. What you got, BJ?
Say, I saw Thunderbolts last night.
Good movie. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. What you got, BA?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty much spot on. Are these just checking? These are pretty much all sequels, correct? There was no startup.
Oh
movie.
Well, except for Midnight Suns.
Yeah. And X-Men.
Midnight Suns. Okay.
Oh yeah, X-Men. Yeah.
Okay.
X-Men, Midnight Suns.
Okay. Shout out to Midnight Suns. I think that's gonna be one of my I think Midnight Suns have a way to be maybe even a cult classic. Like I think it definitely has its own lane. Anytime you start to involve like supernatural vampire type thing, like it has a way to kind of stand on its own. People love that. So I'm for that. If that means Blade is going to be a part of it, so we're definitely for that. So that's one. Of course, BP3. Just whatever Ron Kruger wants, just it's going to be in that movie. They're not going to tell no one coming off of Sinners. So there's that as well. Of course, X-Men is great and all these things. I think another call. I'm not going to call everything call, but another project that I think you guys mentioned before, Thunderbolts is going to be. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a heavy hitter. Not a classic Marvel billion-dollar film, but just an overall good project because the people, the characters are so relatable. I think people love the characters, and you're going to get more of them in the next two Avengers movies, and whatever comes out after it. So I think Thunderbolts have a good lane to really take advantage of. And I guess that's it. Of course, Avengers, like that's some of these other things are like clearly like obvious. But yeah, the one that I do understand that them not doing is Doctor Strange, because I think he's going to be so involved in Secret Wars and that nature. That's going to be kind of his. It's a team up, but it's going to be heavy Doctor Strange. And that's just what it is. Like, I mean, Spider-Man was heavy Doctor Strange. So I think that's just what it's going to be for that. So, hey, it looks good. It looks better than what it looked a couple years ago, if you wanted to look forward. So, yeah, let's rock and roll. Hopefully, everyone stays out of trouble.
Speaking of rock and rolling, man, in the future of Marvel, check this out, y'all. Avengers Secret Wars will reportedly focus on younger characters, y'all. Younger characters. So check this out. It says many of them had very little screen time in Doomsday. So I guess the ones that's in Doomsday that are young are gonna get like even bigger roles in Secret Wars. And then on top of that, the New Mutants are also expected to appear. So I think we kind of talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them introducing the new kind of X-Men or whatever you want to say moving forward within Secret Wars. We're gonna get matter of fact, I think they reported that Secret Wars is gonna have the biggest ensemble cast of all time in the movie. So we're gonna see how that go, man. But Cuz, what you think, man?
It's not surprising that they're gonna focus on the younger characters, especially since it's gonna end up being like a reboot for the most part. So you want to go ahead and start that process of getting people connected to them. So it's not really surprising that that's what you want to do, because you still have a lot of your well-established characters. Kind of like what we've talked about before. You want to, if you fit a move a certain direction, you want your well-established characters, and you want that new set of direction that you're going to head. Have them connected in in areas, and then slowly transition to the new direction. And so this is what that gives that opportunity. It's kind of like where we say, like between movies and shows, if you're going to introduce characters like these mid-level characters and things like that, have them start off at a small spot, and then let them transition to bigger spots. Now that people know a little bit more about them, can trust them a little bit more, and have an interest in seeing them as well. So I think that doing it this way is it allow for a good opportunity to, for them on the other side of Secret War. So I like it, them doing it this way. This idea, I love it.
Yes, me.
Sometimes they say some things are obvious, right? And I just, yeah, of course you're going to go younger. Of course, you're going to focus on younger characters and all these other things. Yeah, well, yeah. Thanks for saying that, so that if you don't do it, then we can at least hold you accountable for doing so. Instead of saying, "Hey, you should have went younger." Hey, y'all said y'all was going to go younger, and I still see Hugh Jackman. So that's a problem. So let's give them kudos at least for pointing out the obvious, but they pointed it out nonetheless. So I give them that, and they have to make do on it. So we'll see what that looks like. And how younger are we talking about? Like, what does that mean? Are we want to see younger versions of different characters, or of the same characters? There you
go.
Or just
great question.
Or go with younger characters.
Great question.
You know what I mean? So that they have to fill that out a little bit more, but just I guess using the word younger is just a good step for now, and we see where that goes.
Yeah.
What you got, BJ?
So this one, I mean, we've been talking about this. It makes sense. You have to. You can't. And what bugged me earlier is I kept hearing that. I don't know if you heard about that Hugh Jackman interview.
Yeah. I don't know if he's being tongue in cheek though.
I don't know. It didn't sound like it from the way they said it. So I mean, it was just I didn't see. It wasn't video. I didn't see video. I just heard but him talking about I'm doing this till I'm 90 and I'm not done basically, and I'm not giving any advice to the guy who comes behind me. He was like, they got to figure it out like I had to figure it out. And I'm like, that sounds like you still plan on doing this. And like I said, the only way that's acceptable is if Deadpool, him and Deadpool survive some kind of way and they stay going on the little side projects. But he can't be the main Wolverine of the MCU.
Nope, I agree. Yeah. So what BA said, what I was about to ask, are we talking about them doing just you gonna move forward and the young Avengers are gonna be the Avengers and all that, or are you talking about making the key characters that we know younger? Because I think we kind of heard that rumor going around that they were gonna recast Iron Man, recast Captain America, and all that stuff moving forward. Because they're gonna still make Avenger movies and all that stuff. We just talked about that. So for me, it's like I don't want to see young Avengers. Y'all know I've been saying that for a long time. I don't want to see the young Avengers. Just find a way to reset it and get these people younger so that way they can say those characters longer. You know what I'm saying? Recast Iron Man, recast Captain America. They said Thor should be able to he's still 40s, like early 40s or whatever, so he should be fine or whatever. But just recasting these people. I mean, I don't know. What's your boy name? Mark Ruffalo talking about he want to play the Hulk until he die or whatever, right? So he probably can. So I just don't want to see them. No, I don't want to see them turn the page from those characters that we grew up with or that we grew with to like young Avengers that we don't really know. Like we don't know anything about these characters. A lot of people didn't watch these people in in the Disney Plus shows and all that type of stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, with the mutants, I think we kind of already figured that out. But them going younger as far as the characters, that's what I kind of want to see them do.
Well, Thor is cool because of the way that whole situation works. With because he can grow old and they have the Ragnarok, and then everybody dies and reborn. That could be an easy way to replace Chris Hemsworth because he is 42. Chris Evans, I think, needs to be replaced. He's 45, but I think he needs to be replaced at this point with a younger Captain America.
Wait, he's fine.
That's the problem. You are the problem right now. You are the problem right now.
It's him. It's me. I am that.
Yes.
Listen, I hear you, BA. I hear you. But at the same time, I just don't want, like, eventually he's going to be 50. Then we're going to have to restart over again, all that type of stuff. Just go ahead and do it now while you have the excuse of starting over. Just start over right now and get a younger guy who could play him for 15 years or whatever the case is.
So there is no one. That's the problem.
Yeah, there is.
There's always someone.
Continue. So you step on.
You derailed everything.
I did.
He's 55 now. He's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. Nah, you know what? He can't kick past his knees, but okay. He's still
he said Steven Seagal level now, where he uses straight arms. He's fine.
That's some CGI, man. He's good, man. He's good.
Okay, so now we're just gonna have a whole CGI. No, like I said, Mark Ruffalo with the Hulk.
CGI.
I can see him doing that for a while, like I said, because his character is CGI. But even then, he needs to be.
Because he be CGI on himself. Like they put him in a CGI mocap suit to do the Hulk stuff. So I mean,
we need to get, like I said, okay, would y'all be upset if they did Amadeus show if they introduce him?
Yes.
You'd be upset if they had Amadeus show?
If you listen, hold on. Are you asking me Amadeus as regular Amadeus, or are we talking about the Awesome Hulk?
As Awesome Hulk.
No, BJ, no. One more time. No. Do not bring in. If you're gonna bring Amadeus, I need him to be regular Amadeus before he even touched a Hulk serum or whatever.
No, I'm saying he could be regular. He can start it because they introduced his mama. So that's what I'm saying. They introduced his mother.
No, that's fine. Yeah, he could be in the show all day, Moby or whatever. He could be in there. I do not want him to be the Hulk, bro. Sensational Hulk. I'm sorry, that's his name.
Look, man.
Yeah, Sensational Hulk. Yeah, I don't want Amadeus Joe as Hulk, bro.
So
you thought that character was interesting? He not even as strong as a Hulk. He's Hulk ain't as strong.
Yeah, I didn't say Hulkling or nothing. I didn't say anything offensive. You gotta let us have something. You gotta bring some new characters in, sir.
I mean, that's fine. Like I said, they could bring in Amadeus, but I don't want him to be the Hulk, though, man.
So look, I'm supposed to be the get off my lawn guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the old one here, but I'm the only one saying, "Hey, let's innovate, let's change it." You're like, "No, we can't change actors. We can't change nothing."
So, what was the Amadeus Hulk interesting in the comics, though, to you?
I mean, like I said, he was different.
Like I said,
I'm not saying make him the only Hulk. I'm saying he could be like you can have multiple Hulks as we know. You got Red Hulk.
So you
got
saying
him
and the regular Hulk, the original.
He could be another character. Yes.
Scar's still out there. He got to redeem himself.
From that one scene. Scar out there, BJ. Come on, man. It's enough. It's enough.
So can they cut his hair, or is it too strong? Is he just stuck with that haircut?
So now, BJ, you ask for all these Hulks. Next, you gonna want A-Bomb in there. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You gonna want him next. Like, God, no.
What is the Agents of Smash? What is this? What are we doing?
Yeah. That's what he want. That's what he want. Agents of Smash.
That's
like, man.
Okay, so here's a question. So Hawkeye, y'all don't want a Kate Bishop at all. We can't have KB, even though we've already introduced her, and we already know Jim Renner ain't coming back because one, I don't know if he's physically able to come back 100%. Two, he's insulted because they lowballed him on come back to do the TV show.
Supposedly they squared that away. They're probably doing the show.
Oh, so they're doing season 2?
Supposedly what they said. So
he gonna survive Secret Wars? I'm guessing.
I guess so. I don't know how everything gonna happen. I guess
Jim
we'll find
Renner's
that
almost
out.
60, man.
Which is why they probably need to move on to Kate Bishop, I guess.
So she be okay with them moving on to her.
Not really. I rather you listen. I said before, I want them to recast all the main characters and just go and just start off from scratch because you want those main characters are important to the story of Marvel.
So yeah, Jeremy's 55.
Oh, 55. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I feel like it's time to move on for a lot of them. Just recast younger characters, but it is what it is.
So, like I tell you, I think the main so Tony, yes. Steve, yes. Wolverine, yes. Need to be recast.
Yes.
Some characters, I think you can have derivative people to some extent, but I think at some point you do need to bring. Even as much as I like Sebastian Stan, he's also starting to get up there because what is he? He's got to be in his 40s, right?
He might be late 40s, maybe. No, I don't think he's late 40s. He probably mid 40s.
43. He's 43, so
okay.
he's got a few more years he could keep doing the Winter Soldier thing. But once again, if you're gonna recast Steve, he doesn't really make sense anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Unless they kill him off.
And they could kill him off during this. I mean, he's going to the DCU until it's over with next week. Once the DCU ends next week, when they fire your boy. Dude, you know that's coming. As soon as the next 2 movies don't make $1 billion, they are scrapping that dude. Or he's scrapping them, one or the other. When they tell him they need them to wear, somebody need to put a MAGA hat on during one of the shows, during one of the movies. I'm telling you.
Superman needs to have on a MAGA hat.
Yep. Superman's not an immigrant story. Superman's born in Kansas. I don't care about Krypton. He's born in Kansas.
Accidentally got his powers. That's how he got them.
Yep. He fell into a bat.
Yep.
All right.
Mystery chemicals.
Last but not least, y'all, let's get into this one. I think we talked about this maybe last weekend or a couple weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man Brand New Day is set to make back its full budget, y'all. Check this out. In its opening weekend alone. This is crazy. So it said the film is tracking to earn $228 in its domestic box office opening weekend. On a reported budget of $200 to $220. That's the budget. So it's pretty much gonna make its whole budget on opening weekend already. So anything else is gonna be icing on the cake. That's wild.
Not true.
Uh-oh. Hold on. What you got, BJ?
No, I'm not saying, but we already know. We talked about this. So that's disingenuous when you say it like that. I'm not saying it's not gonna make the 200. I think it'll probably make more than 220. Like I said, I'm seeing up to 250 to 270.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that the theaters get half of that. So saying it's gonna make its whole budget back, no. The studio won't get that much. The studio won't get that until probably the second or third weekend is when the studio breaks even. So like it's just disingenuous to be like, if it makes 200 million, they made all it. No, they ain't. They ain't made all that because they still got to get paid. The studio has a share.
Right.
What is that?
Nah, you're right. I don't know. Somebody watching Frozen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. So hold on. You said it's upwards of 270, Big J?
They're saying 250 to 2. They say 228 is what one expert. They're saying that they're thinking that it could go as high as 250 to 270 opening weekend.
You sticking with your 220?
Did I say 220 before?
Yeah. What you say?
I thought I said 230 something. So I don't know.
Yeah, you sticking with that?
Hey, you know what that's safe? I mean, I was right about Supergirl. So anyway, I went back and watched that video. I heard somebody talking about 575 million. Anyway, I'm looking at they say 1.5. They said 1.3 to 1.5 billion is what they're expecting it to end at. So once again, that's in that range of what we were saying. So if it makes that, that's a massive success. I think if they make it that, Sony's happy, Marvel's happy, everybody's happy.
So BA and Cuz don't kill me when I say this. Because I can't bluff to say this. I think I'm about to side with Big J on this for this reason. People aren't going to the movies like they were back when he first. Well, not first. The last movie came out. Remember, the last movie came out. It made, what was it, 265 or something like that opening weekend. It made eyelash under 2 billion without China and all that stuff. We already brought that up before. Mm-hmm. So these projected numbers that we seeing with the 228 and all that, it might be around that. It might be around that. Like I said, a lot of people aren't going to the movies like they normally are. Hopefully it won't hit a fatigue because of what's happened with these other superhero movies and stuff like that came out before. Because we already know, what's the saying? Because rising tides raises all ships or something like that. So I'm hoping that it hits up to. I want to see it break his own record. No Way Home or whatever. I hope it hits the 270. But if I had to call it right now, I'm gonna say about 230.
Hold up, I was wrong. So we're reading something wrong. They're saying that 228 is domestic. Global, they're saying about 550. So
yeah,
it's 550.
When we say the 200, we talking about domestic. Domestic.
So they're saying 550. So 550 would put it to they would break even at 550 on opening weekend.
Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna say 230. I'm gonna stick with 230. What you gonna say, BA?
Smooth 245. This is what happens when all your pre-sales are selling out and things of that nature. They got guaranteed money right now. They have guaranteed people already have their tickets months in advance. That's numbers. That's just as simple as that.
Which is crazy, BA, because you telling me selling out only get you 228?
Selling out for like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. That's a lot of days.
228.
But it's also not as. I don't think it's going to be in as many theaters as the movies that we talked about before, like the End Games and all that. I don't think it's going to be on as many screens.
Not going to be
on as many screens. I think it's going to be on. I think it'll be more screens than anything we've seen this year. Except, I mean, even what are we expecting the opening weekend for what's that movie? Odyssey.
I think that's going to underperform.
Damn. Why? Because of the last trailer?
Maybe it's just I'm not into the same exact YouTubes and the social media access that the Odyssey is probably gearing itself for. But I'm hearing a lot of positive stuff repeatedly from Spider-Man. Like we all can go on social media and it's Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that. Then when you hear the Odyssey, it's not the same. It's just not the same interest. So they have to smash it once the movie comes out.
Right.
But is it an Oppenheimer? I don't know. We will have to find that out. Some of these epic sagas and things. I know it's the Odyssey, so I mean I understand it, but some of them is not. Some of them a lot of them flops. So we'll see.
I mean, you heard about the last trailer that came out. It got way more negative. It got way more thumbs downs on YouTube than it did thumbs up or whatever. So that's why I thought you were saying that. Because like I agree with you, BA. I'm not hearing that same buzz for the I'm gonna go see it, but I don't hear that same buzz for the Odyssey the same way we was hearing for like Spider. Like we steady hearing Spider-Man, and the numbers are steady climbing. Like BJ just said, now we hearing upwards of maybe 270. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I hope it does well for pre-ticket sales and all that stuff. BJ, give me give me 125, man.
Something for Odyssey?
Yeah.
I'm looking. They said the expected opening is domestically between 80 and 100.
Yeah, I could see that. This is crazy. Which that's what I'm saying when we talk about these pre-ticket sales, right? If Spider-Man and Odyssey are selling out, right? Why isn't it more?
Well, but here's the other problem.
There's a finite.
Too.
There's a finite amount of theaters. So Odyssey is mainly set for your IMAXs and not necessarily your regular
yeah,
theaters.
you're right.
And then you also have these other movies running as well. But Odyssey is set for your IMAX. That's what it was filmed in. So I think that itself is kind of boxed itself in a little bit compared to these other movies that are filmed to your normal way, and then when you put them in your Dolby and your IMAX, it just makes them look even more incredible. So I think that's what it is. It's a fact of kind of boxed in a little bit.
You might be right, because I think they said the IMAX is showing is sold out. Now that you say that, now that I think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
What you say, BJ?
No, I was just thinking. So no, I was saying that being that this had a higher budget than Spider-Man, even because this one they said the budget's around 250 million. So it's going to have to make at least 500 to 600 million to break even worldwide. So
Jesus Christ. I think it will break even. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Now, as a matter of fact, BJ, get back to me on that when we get the ratings. We get the Rotten Tomato. We get the what they call that, the social media reaction.
It won't be there.
That.
It'd just be critics. It won't be influencers.
Oh, he did say that. They did say that.
Yeah. It'd just be true critics. No, none of the influencers.
Well, cuz it's changing my mind constantly here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say 90 then, BJ. I'm changing my answer to 90.
So here's a weird thing though. The review embargo lifts on 2 days before the movie drops on July 15th, which that's usually not a good sign.
That's not a good sign, bro.
Usually they lift the embargo early because they want the buzz of the critics talking about the movie. So they're saying the official embargo lifts on July 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific. Well, no, I guess 11 a.m. our time.
Bro, listen to me, man. I hope this movie is good, man. I hope
this
movie is good.
They're skipping influencer screen, as they said.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's what Cub was saying, man, bro. Well, I guess, man. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. I hope it's good. Because like BA said, I'm with him. I haven't been hearing nobody just like, oh my God, Odyssey or whatever, right? the trailers haven't just like wowed me. But you know, I love Christopher Nolan's movie, so I'm gonna see the movie regardless. And then of course, like Cuz said, grew up on the Greek mythology and all that stuff. So the best of both worlds. So I would go back and watch it because of that. But now you're telling me, they're not doing an embargo till 2 days before and all that type of stuff. They're not doing the social media reactions and all that. Like it's interesting, bro. That's interesting, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got, y'all. Let's go ahead and turn the page, man. Let's get to these questions, these comments, man. See what everybody talk about in the comment section, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got up here first. We got Pluto in the building. He said, "You're." Shout out to Pluto. He says, I wasn't live last time, but I have this theory I want to drop on y'all when y'all was talking DC and get your thoughts. Okay, what you got? He says, Deathstroke and Bane is a secret Batman movie, just like Marvel was doing with Secret Wars, but called it Cap Serpent Society. I remember that until Comic-Con. Yep. He said, it's let them work on a secret without meddling the reverses. Reverse. No. Yeah.
You wouldn't be that lucky, my guy.
Yeah, I don't think James Gunn thinking that way. I think he's pretty much like, yeah, Bane Deathstroke. So,
everything parallel to Batman.
Yeah, pretty much. He also says, like if you hear a Nightwing is casted rumor, DC can use that movie as cover without us calling BS. Nah. I don't. So Salam, for that case, like I know you said the Serpent Society. Even with Marvel, how many times has Marvel done that? They did it that one time, where it's like, okay, he's gonna be called Serpent Society. Then bam, they hit you with the up. We tricked you is, Civil War, or whatever. So it's not like a long history of people doing that. So I think in one of them cases where if they say they're gonna cast we hear a Nightwing casting rumor for a movie or whatever, I think we just go along with that. Bane and Deathstroke, I think we go along with that because we've been hearing them talking about coming out with that movie. It's just now we're starting to hear them really fast forwarding or whatever the case is after what happened with Supergirl. So that's the only thing. We got Christian said, "What is this? This is cause we geeked." And then we got hello says REE. What that mean? Dolo says, will there be a season 3 of X-Men? Yes, there will be a season 3. They already greenlit it and it's ready to go. We're not ready to go, but matter of fact, ain't we getting it next year? Is that one of the movie shows? Yeah, I think
it's been 2 years since the last one, so I don't know.
I think that's what they're starting to do now. They're gonna start doing the every year thing, I believe. And he says 8. Yeah, no, actually it's 9. Dolo, 9 episodes. And we got Salam in the building. He says, "What's up, y'all? I don't like this at all. This feels like they're making the same errors as the DCEU with Snyder. Now we're getting the Gunn verse rather than him being the EP like Feige. Yeah, man. I don't know, Salam, man. We're gonna have to see how this goes, man. Like I said, we'll get the Lanterns next month, and then we'll get Clayface, and then we'll probably be all forgiven. We don't know. We'll see. Salam says, I like how Gunn excels with obscure D-list characters, but I don't know about him directing an A-list. Like Big J mentioned, can he deliver a grit, gravitas that Batman project requires? I mean, like I said, listen, I ain't banging the table like let him direct. I was just saying at least let him write it. That's what I was saying. Just at least let him write it. I feel better if he wrote it at least. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with you. We'll have to see how that go with the whole directing and stuff. We'll see. Salam says, "Wow, that's great seeing a brother get some work and Mr. Terrific get some love. I think the foundation and the pillars of DCU should be established before we see all the side characters first." Yeah, we talked about that before too. Y'all still ain't hearing all these Deathstrokes and Banes and Mr. Terrific. You ain't heard of Batman or Wonder Woman yet. Salam says, "Is the G.I. Joe / Transformer film? Oh, is this a G.I. Joe / Transformers film? The one they tease in Rise of the Beast?" No, I think they're rebooting it again. Salam, they rebooting it again. They keep talking about. Matter of fact, I think they're gonna do a Transformers G.I. Joe animated show. I think they do an animated show. I think it's what I heard. We talked about it before. I think on the show. I think it's what they're doing. So we'll have to see how that go. CJ, he says, who do you think should replace Chris Evans? I don't know off the top of my head, but there's people out there, man, that can replace. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's one of the ones I'm gonna probably sit down and think about. Might watch a show later on, but you know what, he could play Captain America or whatever. So, but we'll have to see. He also says, anything is better than Mark Ruffalo at this point. Jesus, okay, shots fired. That's Big J favorite Hulk, man. Can't do that. CJ says Daniel Radcliffe as the new Wolverine. That's what the rumors are. I still like Edgerton as Wolverine, but I think he's getting older though. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't know how young they talking about casting him, but it had to be somebody who's gonna be Wolverine for a while. Oh wow. He also says, I already bought my tickets last week. You probably talking about is it Odyssey or Spider-Man, one or two?
Yeah.
It ain't Supergirl.
He said it will hit it. Probably talking about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Probably talking about Spider-Man's box office. I mean, I hope so. BJ saying it's gonna make about 90 mil open weekend. That's what BJ said. He said, Salam says, I thought we were back to pre-COVID levels with moviegoers. It's slowly getting there, Salam. It's slowly getting there. We're not 100% there yet. And Spider-Man will get the extra Doomsday boost. No. That's what BA and Cuz kept saying, but BJ was saying no. I don't know. Like we know it's not attached to Doomsday. The average people don't know that. They just know, hey, you got a Spider-Man Marvel movie coming out, then you got another Marvel movie coming out in Christmas. So they don't really know like that. But so I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Somebody on this screen gonna say I told you so in a couple more weeks. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. So Mom says the Odyssey has hate campaign against it. We know why. Yeah, but that part, Salami, yes, we know why. But like that trailer, I didn't watch the new trailer that came out, but I heard it got negative reviews or whatever. So yeah, you guys, yeah, TJ said the same thing. So yeah, man. We'll see. Come out what next week or in 2 weeks, so we'll see. He said, I don't think it will. He says, I will wait until it's streaming for free, if anything. Probably talking about Odyssey. So we'll see. He said, nice transition. Appreciate it. He also said James Gunn ain't thinking that deep. That's why I said I don't think James Gunn is thinking that deep. So, but I hear you though, Salam. I mean, I think Pluto said it. But I hear you. You're trying to make sense of it. I get it. But I don't know. I don't think James Gunn going that deep. But like he said, so we'll see. CJ says, who would be a good casting for Nightwing? That I don't know either. Like a lot of the casting ideas, CJ, I would have to like sit down and really think about it, man. I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head. I can't even think of anybody who like people have been mentioning online or anything. I can't really think of anybody like right now. He said, sorry, BJ, he was a good start. What were we talking about again? Forgot. I can't remember. And he said he mentioned Spider-Man. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, listen, appreciate y'all, man. Geeking out with your boys, man, for another episode. Oh, he's talking about Hulk. Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah, I mess with BJ. It's not his favorite Hulk. It's not his favorite Hulk. I was messing with him. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know, geeking out with your boys for another episode. We will be back here on Tuesday. I got a topic I want to bring up with y'all on Tuesday, man. We'll get y'all thoughts on. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. We're not watching nothing, right? Nothing's coming out. We're not watching anything. Okay, so yeah, because X-Men comes out on Wednesday.
House of Dragons.
Oh, sorry, thank you, cuz House of Dragons. So we'll talk about House of Dragons episode 3 on Sunday, on Tuesday. Yeah, we'll talk about X-Men episode 4 on Saturday, on next Saturday. Yeah, so y'all join us for that, and then like I said, I'll have a topic for the guys here on Tuesday as well. So if you guys are into the geek culture, like I said, you know, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, He-Man. Oh, sorry, BJ. Bad. He's jealous. But listen, we'll be, like I said, if you guys are interested in that, y'all hit that subscribe button. Shout out to the people who just subscribed to the channel. Hit them likes as well, guys. We'll be back here on Tuesday. All right. Same geek time, same geek channel. It's your boy Real. Got Cuz in the building. Got BA, Big J, Cuz we geeked. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Y'all stay geeked out here in these streets. And we out, fellas.